Hello all. So I wanted to do a video discussing um, rejection in graduate school because actually I was rejected from the very program I am in now. Um, when I was finishing up my first master's program, and this was back in 2014, I started applying for programs uh, towards, I guess, the second year of the program. Towards me finishing up, I started applying for programs, and actually, what I did was I applied for two, and uh, I was actually invited to come interview for one, and then I was rejected from the one that I really wanted to get, which was the educational psychology uh, with a specialization in the school psychology program. And the reason why I was rejected from the program was because I had no experience in school psychology. I had no experience in counseling whatsoever. I had a bachelor's degree in sociology. In my master's program at the time, it was in human services, which is a very broad field. Now, the other PhD program that I applied for was in family and consumer sciences education, which matched up pretty well with my human services master's degree. But again, the educational psychology, school psychology program, uh, I had no background whatsoever. I didn't at the time even have work experience in case management, counseling, any of that. So, um, PhD programs, doctoral programs, they like to see that you have some sort of background or focus uh, in the doctoral work because they want you to already have some form of a foundation, and so that you'll know what you're doing once you get into the program. Now, the program that I was invited to come interview for, I had decided, you know what, I don't even really want to do that. I don't want to do family and consumer sciences education because really the only thing that I would probably be able to do with that is probably teach and be a professor. And that wasn't my main goal. I wanted to counsel as my main goal. So what I did was I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go back to school. At that time, I was like, well, I don't know if I want to even get a counseling degree because it's going to take so long, so on and so forth. And so I got into another master's program in special education. I thought, well, hey, I'll be a special ed teacher. I'll do that. So I got into the program. I did 12 hours of that. Then I decided, you know what, this isn't really for me. So I dropped out of that program. I kind of took some more undergrad classes to get my undergraduate GPA up. I kind of fumbled around for a little bit. And then I started a counseling program. And I said, you know what? I want to be a counselor, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into a counseling program. I got accepted into a counseling program, and I finished up last year, 2018. I finished that, and I have one counseling license already. I'm going to be getting another one this year, and I'm going to be doing all the hours as I work through my doctoral program to get fully licensed. So the thing is, guys, is that, and the reason why I was accepted into the educational psychology program this time was because I had a foundation. All the while of finishing I finished my first master's degree, and then I started getting jobs as a case manager, then a rehab teacher, then uh, uh, what was it, a care coordinator, and then I got a counseling position as I went through my counseling program. I got hired on as a full-time counselor, uh, and so sometimes although you're rejected from a program, all it takes really is to kind of beef up your resume, beef up that experience that you have, and you can be accepted into the program that you want. So if you're an undergraduate student right now, already start going volunteering places. If you want to get into if you're a psychology student and you don't even want to get a master's degree, do research because then you can skip the master's degree and then you can go straight to your PhD. There are a lot of programs where they just accept PhD students. So if you have a high enough GPA, you have some research experience, you have some volunteer experience or work experience, then you can go ahead and you can skip the master's, go to the PhD, and that'll cut off 2 years of graduate school. And so if you graduate at 21, 22, then you'll already have your doctorate by, 26, 27. So, I mean, that's a great deal. So if you're rejected the first time around, all you have to do really is go take some extra courses, do a certification program, do a master's program in the field that you really want to go into so that you can be accepted into a doctoral program. That's really what I did in order to get then accepted into the educational psychology program that I really wanted to get accepted into. Now, along with applying to this educational psychology program, I did apply to a few other ones. I applied to a marriage and family therapy program, and I applied to a different educational psychology program. Now, I was accepted into this program that I'm in first, and I guess it was a few weeks after I applied, I got accepted, so I didn't even worry about the other ones I had applied to. I was just like, hey, this is what I really want. This is the program that I really wanted to get into, and so I went ahead and accepted it. So I'm going to do more videos and kind of give you guys some more tips when you're applying to graduate school, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys kind of a heads up on what you can do if you are rejected the first time. Doesn't mean that you can't get into a graduate and PhD program. You just may have to do a couple of other things. This is the same thing that happens with law school, medical school, pharmacy school, all of those, PT school, OT school, all of that stuff. Not every doctor that you see gets accepted into medical school the first time, or got accepted the first time. Many doctors that you see, you don't know what their paths are. So I hope this helped you guys a little bit, kind of telling you my story, and I'll be making more videos soon. Thank you.